Okay. Yes, any other questions, guys, till now? Yeah, Sudhakar, tell me.
Yeah, that rollback concept, I could not understand. While filling some sessions, important. Mm, While inserting the data, deleting.
Hmm. Where you stuck, Sudhakar?
That rollback one. Yeah, while killing the initiation.
So generally, when you're inserting, if the transactions are completely inserted, that's okay. That session will be closed. Okay.
Okay,
For example,
okay,
you're inserting 1 million transactions. 1 million means 10 lakh transactions. Or imagine, let's go for 1 lakh transactions. If 1
okay,
lakh transactions are inserted completely, the session will be closed. Okay, the user will close that session. Okay, not an issue. But
yes, yes.
at 99,900 transactions are inserted. So 100 transactions. I'm just giving an example of 99,900. Just for an
Okay,
example, it can be 10,000, it can be 20,000, it can be in the middle of the transaction. So
okay,
at 99,900 transactions are inserted till now, till this point.
yes,
100 more transactions are there to close that whole session. Okay. At that
yes, yes.
point, someone cancelled. Cancel means kill that session. So in the
Okay,
database, there is a concept of acid properties, atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. As per
okay,
the acid properties, all the database technologies will follow these properties, acid properties. This is the DBMS, RDBMS concept, acid, atomicity, ACID, atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability.
okay,
So as per this acid properties, the database state should be same before and after the transactions. Before transaction, okay, how the
okay,
database state is after transaction also the same kind of state should be there. For example, if you are sending 10,000 rupees to me, what is the state of the transaction? Generally, what is the state of the transaction? Either it should be successful, means
fail.
I'll get all the 10,000 rupees, or it
Yes,
should be failed, means I'll get 0 rupees. There is
yes,
no partial success, right? With 5,000
yes,
rupees, I'll get into my account, 5,000 rupees, it will be in your account. There is no partial success, right? In
yes,
the
yes.
same way, before and after transaction, the same state should be there. Any database state should be same. So here, in the 1 lakh transactions, either all 1 lakh transactions has to run as per the transaction
Yes,
behavior, or 0 transactions has to run.
yeah, um,
If 99,900 transactions ran and someone killed that session, to make it 0, it has to roll back all 99,900 transactions.
again, I has to
It
insert.
will cancel. It will cancel. Again, it will try to insert. Okay.
Then
If
it will take more time again.
yes, that's what. That's what. If you
Okay,
canceled it completely, if you are reinitiating it, it will again reinsert. But if you cancel it, as per the acid properties, it has to zero the whole 99,900 which was already inserted. For that purpose, rollback means what? Cancel. For that
yes,
purpose, it will take a lot of time to cancel all the 99,900 transactions. This is just an example. It can be 10,000 transactions, it can be 20,000 transactions, it can be 30, it can be 50, it can be 90, it can be 75, whatever it is. Before the transaction is going to complete, if you kill the session, every session will go to rollback state. Okay.
yeah. After
Rollback means
taking
it is going to
confirmation only, we
cancel.
have to pick.
Correct. Yes, yes. Okay, guys. So now let's go to the other role. What is the other role after process admin? What is the answer, guys? What is the answer? What point I asked, right? Yes, yes, Ajay, yes, we can fill update. Okay, at 8:32. Okay. Ram, yes. Can process admin please sysadmin session? Ram said yes. Deepak, yes. Manju, yes. Riyaz, yes. Suresh, yes. Manju, yes, it can. Riyaz, yes, he can. Suresh, he can. Anil, he can. Berhane, no. Suresh Babu, yes, he can. Raviteja, no. No, sysadmin is the highest order of authority. Shibin. Shalem, yes. Sudhakar Reddy, Shalem, no, sorry. Shalem, no. Sudhakar Reddy, he can kill. Vamshi, he cannot kill. Venkat, Ambati, yes. Balaji, yes. Pooja Shukla, yes. So this is the assignment for tomorrow. I mean to say for the next class. Okay. Create two logins. Make one login as sysadmin, another login as process admin. Open one session from sysadmin login. Open another session from process admin login. Use kill statement and kill sysadmin session. Check whether it is possible or not. Okay. This is
Yeah,
the
just now
assignment.
I checked it, sir.
Okay. What is the answer?
Yes, we can kill the session.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Others, you also please check it and let me know the answer by the next class. Okay. Next weekend. Right. The question is, can a process admin kill sysadmin session or not? How to practice this, guys? Create two logins. One, make it as a sysadmin. One, make it as a process admin. Open two sessions from each login. Try to log into process admin session. Try to kill the sysadmin session. Check whether he is able to kill or not. Okay. Fine. That is the assignment, guys. Right. Now, after sysadmin, sorry, after process admin, what is the other role we have? Security admin. What is the other role we have? Security admin. Where is that? Where is that? Okay. So let's check the permissions of security. Generally, security means what kind of things will come under security, guys? Tell me. You can guess it.
add the user.
Very good. Super. You can add any member to the role. Very good. That's the default permission.
Drop the user also.
Creating
Mm,
logins.
Very good. Security means first thing login concept, right? Security means first login concept, right? Correct. So logins, he can create new logins. He can drop the existing logins. He can change the passwords of the logins. So these are the main permissions of security admin. If you see here, total 16 permissions are there. Okay. What he can do, he can add member to security admin. He can grant, deny, revoke. I'll tell you what is grant, deny, and revoke. Okay. These are the terminologies related to the permissions. Create database. Read the error log. He can read the error log. He can create the login. You can see here, add login. He can drop the login. You can see here. He can change the password of the login. He can revoke the login. Lot of things you can see here. No need to remember all these things. Security means mainly a member of security admin can create new logins, can drop the existing logins, can rename the logins, can reset the passwords of the logins. Everything he can do, guys, a security admin. Right. Now, if you see here, Vamsi can see only two logins. Why? Why? Because he is not a part of the respective role. So, who can see all the logins list?
Admin.
Very good, sysadmin. Other than
Sysadmin and
sysadmin,
security admin.
very good. Very good. Sysadmin and security admin. Before that, I'm in Vamsi's session. Let's try to create one login. Let's see whether he can create or not. SQL authentication. I'm creating one login. I'm going to create a login called Shalem. Okay. I'm just giving a password 123 123. Okay. I'm trying to create. Tell me, guys, Vamsi can create new logins or he cannot?
No,
We cannot.
he can.
Okay.
We can't.
Password does not match. Okay, no problem. Okay, let me try 123. Guys, you have to read the error properly. It shouldn't be like, okay, I got the error, nothing like that. See, I got the correct error now. User doesn't have permissions to perform this action. Who can create new logins?
Sysadmin.
Sysadmin and member of
Security.
So let's go to my administrator connection. Let's go to Vamshi's login, double click on it. Let's go to server roles. I'll uncheck this process admin now. I'll give access to security admin. Click OK. Okay. Now let's go to this. Earlier, Vamshi cannot see all the logins, right? Now just refresh. See? Okay. Now earlier, Vamshi cannot create new login, right? Now let's try. Shalem. SQL authentication. Then now he can able to create. That's it, guys. Okay, member of security admin can create the logins. He can drop the logins also. Again, same question. Okay, can Vamshi, or can a security admin drop his own login, or he can drop other logins also? Guess it.
Other logins also.
Guess it, guys. Quickly guess it. We don't have time. Can a security admin drop his own created logins, or he can drop all the logins?
Other logins he can.
Other
His
logins
own
also.
His own login he cannot drop.
No.
No, that's just right once.
Yeah.
Okay, that is first thing. And one more question is, can a security admin drop sysadmin login or not? Can a security admin drop sysadmin login or not?
No.
No or yes?
No.
Can a security admin drop sysadmin login on? Two people are there. One
No,
guy
no,
is
he can.
He can't.
Cannot
one
drop.
guy is sysadmin, one guy is security admin. Imagine Pooja is sysadmin, Surya is security admin. Pooja is sysadmin. Please be muted, Balaji. I am getting a lot of disturbance. Pooja is sysadmin. Surya is security admin. Now, Surya can drop Pooja login or not? Guess it, guys. Surya is a security admin. Pooja is a sysadmin. Now, whether Surya can drop Pooja's login or not? Guess.
Can.
I
I
guess
think
he
he
should.
can.
I guess he should not be able to do it.
Okay. So this is also assignment for the next weekend, guys. Okay. Try it. Very simple. Create two logins. Add one login to sysadmin. Add another login to the security admin. Okay. Connect as a security admin. Try to delete sysadmin. Guys, while deleting, don't delete main login. If you delete main login now, it's very difficult to connect. You have to play with the new logins, guys. Don't play with the existing logins and all. If you delete logins at one point, okay, you cannot connect to SQL Server. It will create a lot of problems. Okay. So create two logins, play with the two logins, guys. Don't play with the existing logins. Fine. Right. That is all about your security admin. Right. So
Sir,
here, yeah, please.
The Vamshi can create the logins for under the database.
Under the database, you cannot say login. It's a
User.
user.
Use.
Okay. So Vamshi, that will comes under database. So will be discussed during the database roles.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So let's go to server roles now. Guys, we'll wrap up quickly. Don't worry. These roles and all, we don't use it. Let's go with server admin. Security admin is done, right? So let's go with server admin and all text. You can see again, 7 permissions are there. He can reconfigure, he can configure. Configure means changing the server level settings, guys. We can change the server level settings using sp_configure option. Okay, there are server level settings, right? If you want to change it, you can change using GUI, or you can change using query also. If you want to change the server level settings using query, what query you have to use? You have to use one query called sp_configure. Okay, so the member of server admin can help you to change the server level settings using sp_configure. Let me run this sp_configure. Sometimes we'll use it in the organization, guys. sp_configure, what you can see, let me show you. Server level settings, all server level settings you can see. How many server level settings you can see, guys, currently? How many?
25.
25, right? But these are all
25.
basic server level settings. There are a lot of server level settings that you cannot see now. Why? Why? Because advanced server level settings are not enabled. Where we can see advanced server level settings, advanced options, you can see. What is this option? Show advanced.
Advanced.
So the minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. Minimum means which is in disabled state. Maximum means which is in enabled state. Configuration value is 0, run value is 0. What it means? Currently this option is enabled or disabled, guys?
Disabled.
Enabled, what should be the value for enable? 1, right?
1.
Currently it is running with what value?
0.
0 means enabled or disabled?
Disabled.
Disabled. I want to enable this. How to do that? Let me show you.
Change
SP
that.
configure. Copy this setting. Control C. Go to here. SP configure. Give space. Put it single quotes. Paste here the setting. Comma. What is the enable value, guys?
1.
1.
1.
Right. Execute this. Then configuration options, show advanced options, change it from 0 to 1. You can see here. And it is saying one more thing. What it is saying? Let's hit enter. Run the reconfigure. When you change server level settings, you will restart the server, right? In the same way, to apply this setting permanently, you have to run one command called reconfigure. When you run SP configure, you have to run reconfigure also. Then only the server will be applied permanently. Otherwise, it will apply only temporarily. So run this statement now. Earlier, how many settings we can see, guys? Earlier,
25.
now if you see
25.
how many settings,
83.
why? I just enabled advanced options. That is the use of
Shamuk, a small question over it. So there are some configurations which can be changed at the runtime, but there would be definitely some configuration which needs a restart. Is it so?
not all. See, the settings that you can see doesn't need restart. Just reconfigure is enough. The settings in the SP configure doesn't need restart. Just reconfigure statement is enough. Whatever settings that you can change using SP configure, it doesn't need restart. A single reconfigure statement is enough to apply. The other statements, okay, the other settings needs restart, like changing the authentication modes needs restart. Okay, changing the authentication modes. If you want to change the authentication mode, it needs restart. Okay, like that some settings needs restart, but whatever settings are there under SP configure doesn't need restart. You can simply handle it using reconfigure statement. I'm not saying you can skip restart by running reconfigure. Totally wrong. The options that can be managed using reconfigure only will be supported in SP configure. All the settings that are there under SP configure doesn't need restart, just a reconfigure is enough. That's it. Is it clear, Riaz?
Yes,
So
yes,
what is
Shamuk.
the use of advanced options?
Advanced settings it will show. That's it. Earlier you don't see these many settings. You can see only 25 settings. When you enable show advanced options, advanced settings also you can see. Okay. No need to remember all these things, guys. No need to remember. Lot of permissions are there to 83 settings are there. No one will ask you what and all settings you can see. No, not required. Okay.
Sir, is it necessary to enable the advanced options?
It is. It is. If you want to configure advanced options, see, for example, if you don't enable advanced options, see, let me show you 0. I'm just again disabling it, all text, and I am running reconfigure, and again I am running SP configure. You can see 25. If you want to manage these 25 settings, no need to enable advanced setup. Okay, but if you're looking for one setting which is not there in this 25 configurations, then you have to enable advanced options. Clear?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Yes. Okay, guys. So server admin, guys, no one will ask you. So server admin main permission is SP configure and reconfigure, guys. So you should know SP configure, and one more important permission is shutdown permission is there, guys, which is very important. A member of this role can shut down the SQL server. A member of this role can shut down the SQL server. So we don't generally prefer to give this role to anyone. 2 people can shut down the SQL server. Who can shut down the SQL server?
Say admin.
Sysadmin.
Processor. Server admin, not process admin. A member of server admin, a member of sysadmin, they both can shut down the SQL server, guys. Okay. Right. So now what we can do, let's check the setup admin. Setup admin also kind of very, we don't use this like related to the linked servers and all. If you want to add member to setup admin, this you know. and a person who is part of the setup admin can create linked servers, add, drop, configure linked servers and all, and mark a stored procedure as startup. So these and all we don't use it generally. You can skip it, guys. And final role is sysadmin. If you want to see the permissions of sysadmin, just drag and drop for this SRV role permission and see how many permissions are there for sysadmin.
121.
Whatever permission you saw till now in all the roles, sysadmin will have all the permissions of other roles, guys. What we have seen lot of permissions in other roles, right? All the roles will be in the sysadmin. Okay, you can see add extended procedures, add member to bulk admin, add member to DB creator, add member to disk admin, add member to process admin. In the other roles, you can see only add member to the respective role, but in the sysadmin, you can see you can add member to any other role. Okay, and add, drop, create, DDL, checkpoint, bulk insert statements. If you remember alter database statement, if you remember backup database, if you remember backup log, if you remember create database, if you remember, this is part of which role? Create database, alter database, restore backup. This is a part of which role, guys? If you remember,
DB creator.
DB creator.
DB
Creator, you can see the permissions. Kill permission, part of which role?
process admin.
Reconfigure, part of which role?
Server admin.
Server admin.
Server admin.
Shutdown, part of which role?
Server admin.
Server admin.
Server admin. Okay, drop login, create login, part of which role?
Security line. Security admin.
Add device, drop device, part of which role? Anyone remember this role?
Setup admin.
Disk admin.
Yeah, this-
Okay, so like this, whatever we have seen, this is SP underscore password. Which role?
Security admin.
Password related stuff, logins related stuff, security admin. Very good. Rename the database, part of which role? Anyone remembered?
DB creator.
DB
DB.
creator.
Very good, very good. DB creator, correct. Okay, so all the permissions that I have seen till now are part of sysadmin, guys. Sysadmin, if you are a member of sysadmin, you are a king in the server level, SQL server level, you can do whatever you want. How to make any guy as a sysadmin? I can make the whole group as a sysadmin. I can make single login as a sysadmin. How to do that? If you want to make a whole group as a sysadmin, same process. Go to the group, double click on it, go to server roles, sysadmin. So all the people of this role are sysadmin now. If you want to make any login as a sysadmin, okay, earlier, Vamshi cannot see all the other options. Earlier, Vamshi cannot access the databases. See, earlier, Vamshi cannot see the agent and all. Below, he cannot see the agent and all. He has very limited access. Now see here, I am giving access to Vamshi. Okay, I am adding Vamshi to the sysadmin role. I am unchecking this and I am simply giving sysadmin access to Vamshi. Now go to Vamshi session. Earlier Vamshi cannot see agent. Earlier Vamshi cannot expand the databases. Okay, but now see here. Now he can able to expand the databases. And just refresh it. You can see agent also now. See. The sysadmin can do anything in the SQL server, guys. The sysadmin can do anything in the SQL server. So no one can block sysadmin. No one can stop sysadmin. Sysadmin can do anything and everything in the SQL server. So generally we don't give sysadmin to anyone based on his roles and responsibilities only will give. So if anyone is asking permissions, what we have to do, guys? We have to first remember one thing. If someone is coming to you and if they are asking permissions, very important thing is check whether they have proper approvals or not, whether they have the approvals or not. Very important. You cannot, someone can come, hey, can you please give me access to the HR database? In the HR database, lot of sensitive data will be there. Salaries, hikes, okay, perks, incentives, lot of information will be there. So someone can change your salary, correct, guys? So it depends upon your roles and responsibilities only. If someone is coming to you, hey, someone raised a request, hey, Surya, please give me the access on so and so database, read or write access or both. You cannot say, hey, okay, I'll do that. No. First, you have to ask the approval. No problem, I can help you on this. But before proceeding, I need approval from your manager. Whether this guy is eligible to use the data is eligible to use that object, we cannot decide. Their manager can decide. If something goes wrong, their manager will take the responsibility. Without taking manager's approval, if you give the access, you have to take the responsibility. If he did something wrong, you have to take the responsibility. That can lead to the termination also. So before, again I'm saying, before giving permissions, what you have to check, guys? Approvals from their manager.
Approvals.
Approvals. Without having approvals, don't proceed. Sometimes users are very tricky. They will raise approval for one database, one kind of permission, and in the approval email, they will mention some other things. In the ticket, they will mention 10 databases. In the approval email, they will mention only one database, that to read permission. But in the ticket, they will mention read write on 10 databases. So you have to check in the approval email also, you have to check on what database he got the approval, what kind of permissions he got the approval. Based on the approval email only, you have to give the access. You cannot listen the users. If you are listening the users, they will ask the sysadmin permissions also. Suddenly, if we delete the object, if we shut down the SQL server, or if we restarted the SQL server, you are going to lose your job. Why? Because auditing will be performed in every SQL server, on every SQL server in every organization. They can easily track who gave the permissions to this guy, what kind of permissions they gave. And they can compare with the tickets, whether this ticket is approved or not. If it is approved, then you can give. If it is not approved, if you give the access, simply you have to take the responsibility, guys. Clear? Are we good now? Security part.
Yes, Shyam.
Sir, I have a small question. So
Yes,
whether the question is valid or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
In security concept, in real-time organization, like production, the proper documentation is there or like SOP?
No, security won't be there. Security won't be there. For security, there will be no documentation. Only installations, patchings, upgradations, migrations, uninstallations, documentation will be there. That's security related, backups related. For this, no documentation.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, are we good now?
Yes, Shyam. So, Shyam, just one small doubt. Not a doubt, just a small inquiry. Like, say, for example, in a live environment or a production environment, there would be n number of users that would be created. Correct?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So, is there a way to check in a single go which all users have been granted which all roles? So, if there are 30 users, traversing 30 users one by one, it becomes difficult. Correct?
Correct.
So, is there a way
SQL
or a
server,
stored procedure which one can run which will give us the detail?
everything is possible, but you have to search for the custom queries.
Okay.
Everything is possible in SQL Server. Only thing is you have to get the respective queries from the Google, or if you know any developer, you have to ask them to write the logic for that. Okay, but there is no simple shortcut. Okay, to find it out, you have to go for custom scripts and all.
So why I'm saying this, because in Oracle or other databases there are inbuilt views which one can just fire it and it gives us a detail.
Yeah.
So for
But
example,
here we
in
don't have
Oracle,
any simple query to find it out easily.
okay,
So
okay,
for
there are no
custom-
inbuilt queries,
No,
it's views or something.
no, there are no inbuilt queries.
Thanks.
So you want to see a login can be part of how many roles, and you want to see, correct, right? You want to see a login can be
Correct.
part of how many roles.
Correct.
So let me use this one. Select star from sys.sys logins. Select star from sys.sys logins. Logins. Let me check whether we can see or not. Cannot get it easily. This is the login name. Name you can see. No, see here. You can see like this. Okay. See. You can see here. Sysadmin. If it is 1, you can see here. Security admin 111. Server admin 111. 0 means he is not part of the role. 1 means he is part of the role. Okay. You can identify. You can compare this table, Riaz.
Correct, Shyam.
Fine. Yeah, you can identify like this. A login is having access on so and so, whether he is a part of any role, how many roles he's a part of, how many roles you can use this select organ sys logins. Okay, under that you can see if it is showing one, he's a part of this sysadmin role. Okay, so in the same way, let's go to Vamshi. I guess let's click OK now. Earlier, where is the Vamshi login? Vamshi. This is the
So we
Vamshi.
can use where condition. We can also filter it out once, with name.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Okay, where name is equal to, okay, where login name is equal to Vamshi. You can use that. Where login name is equal to Vamshi. Okay, so now you can see is a part of security admin, sysadmin, server admin, setup admin. Okay, in this way you can identify. Fine, guys, are we good now? 9:20.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, okay, server role. Okay. So now anyone tried checking public? So Shanmukh, why we didn't discuss about the public? I just want to ask one more question. Is this good way of giving permissions, guys? Is it valid? Is it valid?
No.
It is valid, but the thing
No,
is
sir.
that if we grant a role with role n number of permissions gets attached to that login, so it can do any damn thing. So it is better to customize it and then give.
Oh, if we given sysadmin, this all comes under sysadmin, sir.
Very good. Okay, so is already part of sysadmin. Why again setup admin, server admin, security admin? Okay, sometimes you can see like this. If you go to any login, sometimes you can see like this. What it means, the guy who gave the access, maybe he don't have an idea how these things will work. That is one thing. Otherwise, the guy who gave the access he may not be a DBA. If sysadmin is there, why I have to add him to other roles? Not required. Not even one role also. Not even one role also. Why? Because he is a sysadmin. He can perform all. Why again I have to give access on separate roles? Is this valid? Is this valid?
Yeah, this is valid.
Valid only.
This is valid.
No.
This is
No,
valid.
This is valid. This is valid.
This is valid. Why? Because sysadmin, apart from these permissions, sysadmin also will have some extra permissions. So this is valid. And giving this is not valid. Or this is not valid. 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 Is this valid?
Yes, valid.
Yes, well.
We cannot uncheck public, guys. It don't allow you to uncheck it. Okay, you can keep it as it is like this. So now, if you go and check the public server role, what kind of permissions are there to the public server role? If you check like this, see here.
Default.
Let me add single quotes. What it is saying.
Public fixed role.
So what is
Not
fixed
a-
role? What is fixed role then? Is not a fixed
The
role. it is
remaining-
saying. The other roles are fixed role. What is the meaning of fixed
Okay,
role? What is the meaning of fixed role? The permissions of these roles are fixed. Bulk admin, bulk insert, add member to bulk admin. Those two permissions are fixed. If you don't like bulk admin, you cannot remove the bulk insert statement permission from this bulk admin. DB creator, by default, you will get DB creator. By default, I mean to say, create database, drop database. If you don't like one permission among those permissions, you cannot delete that permission from the role, or you cannot add extra permissions to the role. That's why it is called fixed role. Is it clear, guys? These are all fixed server roles. What it means, the permissions of the server role is fixed. But in the organization, we don't use it. Only we'll use sysadmin, but we cannot give access to sysadmin to everyone, right? Correct? Right? That's why we don't use the other server roles. We don't use it regularly. But I cannot give one permission every time. I want to group all the permissions together. That is called as custom server role.
Custom.
You can create, these are fixed server roles, the permissions are fixed. But I want multiple permissions. I want to add some extra permissions. I want to delete the existing permissions from a role. That concept is called custom server role. Okay, how to create custom server role? Right click, new server role. You can see, you can give the permissions, you can give the name of the server role, whatever you want, you can give it. And finally, you can create the custom role. While accessing, while adding, you can see that custom role in the list. Okay, so this will be covered in the next week class, guys. Okay, fine. Clear, guys? So in the next week, we'll discuss about the custom server role, and then we'll jump into the database roles. And if you go to any database, you can see database roles, guys. That I'll tell you. So these are all database roles. We'll discuss about database roles, and I'll show you how to give access on database level, how to give access on table level, and a brief security discussion at the end of the security sessions, guys. Okay. Chalo, guys. So that's it for now. We'll connect in the next weekend. 7 p.m. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST, and for US people it will be Friday evening 9:30 p.m. EST. Okay, guys. Fine. Please complete the assignments, and especially patching and all. Don't miss it. Don't skip it. So try to patch and remove the patch. So very important, very useful. You will love it. So you will start practicing it. So it's definitely it's an interesting concept, patching and all. It's easy. Okay, just practice it, guys. Okay, fine. That's it for now, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Shanmugh. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Good night, guys. Good day. Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you.
Shanmugh.
Good
Yes,
night.
yes. Good night. Good day.